It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
Oh my gosh, how gross can two people possibly be? Because this was disgusting. Harry and Meghan just seem to not understand the difference between personal and private and public.
Meghan Markle will do whatever is necessary to remain as the one at the center of attention, to remain as the one in the spotlight.
Here's the problem. We don't like you, Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle is spiraling after what can only be described as a public meltdown that has left jaws on the floor. Imagine a heavily uploaded video of her twerking, yes, twerking, while allegedly in labor, all staged and shared as if it were the latest TikTok dance challenge.
She's supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly.
But why would someone who claims royal status turn one of the most intimate, sacred moments of their life into an attention-grabbing publicity stunt? When did showing off your club dancing skills while 9 months pregnant become an acceptable way to announce a major life event? And more importantly, what does it say about a person who thinks it is? But hold on, there's much more beneath the surface here than meets the eye. From the absurdly rigid-looking baby bump to the conspicuously edited-out family members, every detail of this video has spurred a storm of speculation about surrogacy, control, and the lengths Meghan will go to shape her public image.
The video you're about to watch, I thought that was a joke. That was the Babylon Bee. I thought that it was a joke, was fake AI or something, but no, this is real.
Imagine scrolling through your feed and suddenly you land on a clip that looks like a bizarre mashup of a maternity announcement and a late nightclub promo. Meghan Markle, in a hospital gown that reveals a bump so pronounced it defies all known physics, is squatting, gyrating, and yes, twerking, all while wearing hospital socks.
She's kind of twerking. She's gonna twerk. Here comes Harry.
In the background, Prince Harry hovers like an afterthought, dressed in a sad gray suit that's seen more screen time than his own personality. You blink once thinking it must be satire. Blink twice convinced that artificial intelligence must be at work. But no, the video is 100% real, and Meghan herself posted it. So here's the first question burning through every viewer's mind. What possessed her to upload footage of herself behaving like a club performer during what many consider the most vulnerable moment of a woman's life? Was this an impromptu attempt to humanize herself, to show a real side? Or was it always meant as a carefully constructed PR moment, one tailor-made for virality and controversy?
Like the cringe, it made me like gag. It was so disgusting, especially for a woman who claims royal titles. You cannot claim royal titles and behave like this.
Right from the first seconds, it's impossible to look away. The video opens with Meghan standing in what appears to be a sterile hospital corridor, though there are no medical monitors or nurses in sight. The lighting is soft and dramatic, as if she's on a photo shoot rather than preparing to give birth. Her bump is protruding in a way that makes you wonder if it's real or a prop. She's wearing a simple white hospital gown, but there's nothing simple about what she's about to do.
That belly looks very abnormal. It looks very strange. If you look up close in the video, and I encourage people, look at this. It looks like there's like a bag or like some sort of something shoved up under a dress. It does not look like a pregnant belly. It looks all bumpy. It's very strange. It looks like what you'd get if you put like a pillowcase full of like socks or something under your dress. It doesn't look normal to me. The belly doesn't look normal, doesn't look like where a pregnant woman's belly is, and I don't understand what all those bumps on the belly are. I don't get it.
Without warning, she starts squatting and gyrating to some unheard tune, her hips moving in exaggerated circles, her shoulders shimmying like a seasoned club dancer. In that moment, viewers couldn't help but gasp. Who films themselves twerking while pregnant, let alone in a setting that's supposed to be private? The cringe factor was off the charts. People recoiled at her dead stare into the camera as if she were saying, "Watch me, because I know this will get 1 million views in 24 hours in Talmud." And spoiler alert, it did exactly that.
She spreads her legs, she hikes her dress, she circles her genitals around and around. Okay. This is deeply problematic on a number of levels. Here's the problem. We don't like you, Meghan Markle.
Comments flooded in, calling it trailer park nasty dressed in couture, labeling it the peak of cringe, and openly questioning Megyn's sense of decorum. One viewer summed it up perfectly. It's like a low-budget sci-fi prop stuck to her belly. Another commented, she's auditioning for Love and Hip Hop Royal Edition during what's supposed to be the birth of her child. The reaction was immediate and savage. On YouTube, the video racked up millions of views in mere hours. People couldn't tear their eyes away, whether out of fascination or complete secondhand embarrassment.
What is this? What is this? What is she was celebrating Lily's birthday, right? Something like that.
On X, formerly Twitter, users were merciless. Some joked that Megyn's bump looked like cardboard folded backstage at a school play. Others were genuinely concerned, labeling her behavior inappropriate and offensive to anyone who still respects the sanctity of labor. Even longtime fans gasped, is this performance art or a desperate cry for attention? They marveled with disbelief that Megyn would turn labor into a public circus when she's supposedly advocating for privacy.
Vulgar and vile. That is Meghan Markle twerking in the delivery room, apparently waiting to give birth to Lila.
But here's the kicker. In the minutes after the backlash peaked, another wave of speculation hit, this time about whether Megyn was even carrying that baby at all. As soon as viewers realized the bump hardly moved, no jiggles, no subtle shifts, social media detectives went to work. Surrogate, they whispered, as speculation spread that Megyn hadn't carried this child herself. Some pointed out that her belly looked almost cardboard straight, fold lines and all. Others studied every frame, noting how she never turned to the side or bent over in a way that would show natural movement. In short, the bump looked suspiciously like a molded prop. That's when the surrogate debate reignited with full force. Rumors of a high-end surrogacy arrangement had been swirling ever since Meghan and Harry's first child, Archie, arrived under equally mysterious circumstances.
We don't like you. And no amount of posting videos that you think are going to humanize you will make us like you. You've already shown us your true colors. We know who you are. You helped kill the Queen. You didn't give two shits about calling the royal family racist while Prince Philip was on his deathbed and casting aspersions on him.
In the absence of any baby monitors, nurses, or real hospital footage, many concluded that this twerk video was a ploy to distract from whispered rumors that Meghan's third pregnancy was, once again, carried by a paid surrogate. And yet, we will never know the full truth unless Meghan or Harry address the rumors directly. By refusing to show any authentic behind-the-scenes footage, they ensured that speculation would thrive. Scroll up and pause the video, you'll see Harry only once, and even then, just as a blurry background figure in a gray suit that looks like it's acquired more screen time than his actual face. He shuffles by, twerks once out of awkward obligation, and vanishes within seconds. If you blink, you miss him entirely. That half-second cameo is the only proof we get that Harry was present. Otherwise, he's reduced to a walking prop, another accessory in Meghan's one-woman brand parade.
In the name of all that is sacred, can you— No, the twerking. Not the twerking.
Now let's talk about Archie. He's 5 years old enough to want a parent's attention on a milestone as significant as his sister's birth. But in the entire rollout of this video, there's not a whisper of Archie. No throwaway mention, no affectionate nod, not even a token picture. Critics noted this immediately. She edited her own child out like an unpaid intern who got written off the show. One viral tweet summed it up. Meghan has a PR prop department, not a family. People questioned how a mother could completely omit her firstborn from the narrative around a moment that theoretically involves the entire family. You have to wonder, does Harry even get a say? Sources close to the palace whisper that Meghan makes these branding decisions single-handedly. She chooses the lighting, the filters, the wardrobe, and the captions. Harry's role in the public eye has devolved to that of a glorified background extra, an afterthought in a spotlight that shines exclusively on Meghan. And if you thought that was bad, wait until you see how she treats her daughter, Lily. Because if baby number 3's labor video was a glimpse into Meghan's need for control, Lily's birthday post was the sequel written in bold letters. Don't forget who's in charge here. At this point, it's impossible to ignore Meghan's entire "With Love, Meghan" universe. A universe grounded in pastel filters, wellness quotes, and kitchen table yoga poses.
Totally gag-inducing, and of course, it was a way to take attention away from her own daughter because Meghan Markle made the birthday of Lilibet about herself, of course.
Underneath the veneer of thoughtful humanitarian mom, she's selling a lifestyle brand that practically oozes rustic candles, smoothie recipes, and filtered behind-the-scenes glimpses into her day. But then, in the snap of a record button, she transforms into a club-loving chaos queen, squatting in sneakers and barely restrained titillating moves. Critics call it a strategic identity crisis. One moment, she's championing for privacy. The next, she's posting intimate, potentially staged moments of her labor. One moment, she decries tabloid intrusion. The next, she's tipping off paparazzi to photograph her candid supermarket run. One moment, she's the refined, globe-trotting humanitarian. The next, she's reduced to a caricature, something straight out of a late-night internet roast labeled Royals Gone Wild. It's a carousel of contradictions that leaves viewers confused, frustrated, and frankly exhausted by the cognitive dissonance. Experts on celebrity PR have weighed in. They say Meghan's problem is that she wants to be relatable, the quirky sister who bakes organic muffins, while simultaneously being edgy enough to land on the trending page for a viral smash. But you can't be both a domestic goddess and a rave performer in a hospital corridor. Not when your audience expects consistency, authenticity, or at least an attempt at some logical narrative arc. Instead, Meghan hops from one content bucket to another, only pausing to check if the new angle is trending before she hits post.
This is allegedly Meghan, right? With the hugest, I'm gonna make up that word, I don't care, with the hugest bump that any human being has seen in their lives. Why are we why I got this. This is the kind of things that no. It's like we need to rewind that. We have to watch that on slow motion.
Just weeks after the labor twerk meltdown, Meghan posted a high-production, black and white photo carousel to celebrate Lily's 4th birthday. Soft focus lighting, designer jewelry gleaming, Lily standing center stage, dressed in an Instagrammable outfit that screamed curated moment. Meghan, as always, front and center, smirking like she's been photoshopped onto a Vogue cover. But where was Harry? Nowhere. And where was Archie? Vanished into thin air. The only people we see are Meghan and Lily. No family hug, no candid laughter, just a meticulously arranged visual composition.
Okay, so we have the disgusting twerking here, and then her trying to be a happy homemaker. If you think about Meghan Markle's entire With Love Meghan series,
critics immediately slammed it as a branding exercise, accusing Meghan of weaponizing her own daughter as a campaign asset. Lily is not a person here, one commentator tweeted. She's a prop to soften Meghan's image and drive engagement. If you study the sequence of images, you'll notice how carefully Meghan omitted any shot that included either Harry or Archie. Instead of a warm family circle, the carousel resembled a slide deck. Slide 1, Meghan and Lily in perfect harmony. Slide 2, close-up of Meghan's artisan ring. Slide 3, Lily giving a polite half-smile. Slide 4, Meghan looking every bit the Madonna figure. It felt transactional, clinical, as if she were posting a mock-up for investors rather than sharing a birthday memory with loved ones.
it says, happy birthday to our beautiful girl. 4 years ago today, she came into our lives, and each day is brighter and better because of it. Thanks for all those sending love and celebrating her special day. And obviously, we're flashing the expensive jewelry here. Lilibet doesn't even look that happy to be there.
Even some of Meghan's longtime supporters spoke out. There's something unsettling about a 4-year-old being thrust into these high-production shoots, one fan posted. Is Meghan trying to build Lily Markle Enterprises before her daughter can even walk? Another pointed out that Archie, who is 5, was completely absent, not because he misbehaved, but because he didn't fit the narrative. If he can't be showcased as the cute baby brother, he's edited out. And that, critics argue, speaks volumes about how Meghan views her children, not as family members to protect, but as content variables to manipulate. It's instructive to compare Meghan's behavior with iconic royals of the past. Remember Grace Kelly? She left Hollywood spotlight and stepped into the palace with a single photograph that radiated grace, dignity, and unwavering composure. She never needed a viral stunt or staged video to captivate the world. She embodied the unspoken rules of royalty, elegance, reserve, and an almost mystical sense of distance. Then there's Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, fluent in multiple languages, a powerhouse in finance, a devoted mother and wife who never needed to post a single dance video to maintain her reputation as a beloved icon. Megyn, by contrast, has overtly rejected those time-honored traditions. In her mind, perhaps becoming a YouTube queen or TikTok sensation is the modern pathway to influence. She's repeatedly said she values authenticity, yet each post feels more manufactured than the last, almost as if she believes that any attention is good attention. But with every viral moment comes a tidal wave of backlash. Headlines calling her classless, tacky, trashy, and vulgar. One particularly scathing review compared her to a pregnant hooker gyrating before childbirth. Another opined that royals are supposed to be different, but Megyn is trying to be like everyone else and failing miserably. At this stage, Megyn's public image resembles a patchwork quilt of contradictions, an ever-shifting tapestry that keeps everyone guessing which version of her they'll see next. For now, brand partnerships are likely eyeing her warily. Can they genuinely associate their products with someone whose own narrative veers from humanitarian to viral spectacle in the blink of an eye? Advertisers value stability and a certain measure of predictability. Megyn has shown repeatedly that she's anything but predictable. Her track record of posting intimate moments only to pivot to hot-button controversies means potential partners must weigh the risk of backlash. So what happens next? If Megyn doubles down on these viral stunts, say, posting a live stream of her smoothing out diapers while chanting affirmations, the backlash will only intensify. But if she pivots back to more traditional royal-like behavior, quiet charity galas, discreet philanthropic visits, people will question whether she's backtracking, whether she's lost her edge, and whether she's ever been genuine in the first place. Either way, she's trapped in a no-win scenario. Stay edgy and risk more outrage, or revert to dignity and risk being labeled a hypocrite. After everything we've seen, the twerking labor video, the surgically precise bump, the conspicuous absences of Harry and Archie, and the high-production birthday branding, it's hard not to ask, is Megyn breaking all the unspoken rules of royalty on purpose? Or has she simply lost sight of what it means to be part of a family, part of an institution that values dignity above all else? Her actions expose a glaring truth. When clicks and engagement become your North Star, authenticity, privacy, and decorum are collateral damage. We've watched her play both the thoughtful humanitarian and the viral sensation, shifting personas like a chameleon. We've seen how she weaponizes her children, first Archie, now Lily, like chess pieces on a board where the ultimate goal is sustained relevance. And beneath it all, there's a lesson for everyone who follows her story. In a world where social media rewards the shocking and sensational, it's all too easy to mistake manufactured spectacle for genuine connection. Megyn's meltdown serves as a cautionary tale. If you chase attention at any cost, you risk losing everything that once made you relatable and maybe even human.